You should have received an email from Lynn or a text message from Lynn, and in that email will be the district expectations for the virtual PD. It should house the Google Classroom code that you will need to join in order to participate in the virtual PDs, and then the link to these choice boards, which are displayed for you on the screen. The district's expectation for the next 2 weeks is that every teacher leave the district for their summer vacation what we call Google Ready. And so what does that mean, Google Ready? The expectation is that you have a working Google Classroom, that you can assign assignments in Google Classroom, your students can return those assignments, you can grade and provide feedback, that you also have online tools, accessibility tools, that you are implementing those in your classrooms. And then, can you access your textbooks? If you are a core teacher, do you know how to log in to your textbooks as well as give your students access to their textbooks? And can you use those to provide lessons to your students? So that's kind of the big picture overview. And when you get the link to see the choice boards, the first board in front of you is just the instruction board. And so we have provided you with a video in that email that Lynn is pushing out, what we call the prerequisite video, and we're asking everyone to please preview that video before you begin the choice boards. In that video, it will just quickly run through how to ensure that you are logged into your LPS account and not a personal account, how to join a Google Classroom, how to submit assignments in a Google Classroom, how to take a snapshot, a video, submit a document into a Google Classroom. These are what we call those prerequisites, the skills that you need to have before you begin working in the choice boards. So again, we strongly recommend that you watch that video before you begin. Then when you select your link to see the choice boards, our suggestion is first just scroll through all of the choice boards and see what's available to you. We've organized the content in here into 3 categories. So the first category, you'll find it in blue, and it's all about the Google Classroom. So you want to take time and scroll through here and determine where are you at in your Google Classroom knowledge. Do you even know what a Google Classroom is? If not, you'd want to start there and work your way through. We are not asking you to complete the board in its entirety. You may select 1 square from this particular board, and that's all that you may do, or you may do all the board, or you may only do 3 of the squares on this board. It's choice boards because we want you to decide where you at in your learning progression and do the lessons that pertain to you and your professional development. You'll also notice that for each board, we do have a point of contact. So for this particular board, it's Lori Manning. You can email Lori and she'll provide you support during her office hours. You can ask for a Zoom meeting so you can have some one-on-one support, and she'll be the one that will be providing you feedback and scoring you when you submit your artifacts for each lesson. I'm going to quickly scroll through here and just kind of let you see all the categories. So the first category was blue, which was Google Classroom. Then we're going to move into the second category, which we've called online tools and accessibilities. The only thing that is non-negotiable here is these 2 squares. What is Clever and how do I log into Clever? All LPS employees need to know what this is, certified staff rather, need to know what Clever is and how to log into Clever. So these are non-negotiables. So you need to make sure that you watch those. And if you need any help with that, Ms. Doris is your point of contact on those boards. We're going to continue going through the online tools and accessibility. Again, we know there's a lot of options here, but just go through them and see what interests you and what you think could better support you. The next category would be curriculum, and that begins with the SPED board. So your curriculum would entail your special education board, your EL board, and then all the textbooks. So if you're a special ed teacher, we're asking that you look at this board and participate in any of those squares that pertain to you if you need to learn about these. Then we move on to your EL board. And here for our EL learners, if you don't know what an ELAP is, go ahead and familiarize with that. And your point of contact would be Ms. Tanya Bond. Then we're going to move directly into the textbooks. So it starts off with pre-K and just works its way through elementary and then middle and high school. So depending upon your content area and your grade level, you'll need to scroll through all the curriculum boards to find the ones that pertain to you. We did have due dates set up. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to allow John to share his screen now. So we're going to walk you through what it looks like to be a student in a Google Classroom. So when you get ready to start doing some of these assignments. So I'm going to stop right now and let John.
Hello, my name is John Robertson, and I am a teacher tech trainer for Lawton Public Schools. We're going to walk through the exact steps that you're going to need to do to access these online choice boards. So one of the very first things that we have to do is that we have to log into Google Classroom for the first time. We're going to go to classroom.google.com, and we're going to join the class code that you were sent earlier in the email. Up in the top right, there's a plus icon. You're going to hit that. And then you're going to put your code into this bar and hit join. Now, don't be shocked when you see this first page, because this looks like a lot of stuff. But remember, you don't have to do all of these. You only have to do the ones that pertain to things that you want to improve on. So next up, how are we going to access our assignments? Because we don't want to do it here. We have on the online choice boards, if you look at the text, you'll see that they're underlined. That means that there are links within every single one of these boxes. And when we left click on these links, it gives us a link to an online web page. And if we click on that after logging into Google Classroom, it will take us directly to an assignment. Now, there are parts of this assignment that I need to explain. Up at the top, we've got what is Clever. That's our title assignment. Beneath that, we've got our instructions. Watch the video below, create a Google Doc for your explanation of what Clever is and how to use it, and then submit or turn in that Google Doc as your work. Beneath that, we have our video. Now you'll notice that these videos are going to be short. We went out of our way to make sure that we had quick, easy video, your score on the items that you upload. If you meet the objective, you get 4 points. If you're approaching the objective, that is, you understand half of it but not the rest, you get 2 points. And if you don't understand at all or you can't get it to work, you get 0 points. Now, it's important to note here that these scores are not going on any record. They're not going in your personnel files. They're only for us to understand where our faculty is in terms of technology. This is information for us. You will not be punished if you get a 0. But you are welcome to try as many times as you need to in order to get a 4. So beneath that, you'll see 2 class comments. Now, if you put a class comment in this section down here at the bottom, everyone can see it. And we know that there are people on staff who are somewhat hesitant to come forward and ask for help. So if you want to ask for help, but you want to do it privately, do not use the class comment page. Instead, use this private comment box over here to the right. Now, how are we going to upload our assignments? How do we create our assignments? The way that we do that is up here in the top right, we have an add or create box. Now, this works with Google Drive, and what that means is that if we look at our instructions, it says to create a Google Doc with your explanation of what Clever is and how to use it. So we're going to hit add or create. We're going to scroll down to Docs and click it. Now, Google Classroom is going to automatically create the document for you. You're not going to have to go looking for it. It's right there. We're going to click on it and open it up. And the instructions said to type into a Word document what Clever is and how we could use it. So Clever is a powerful single sign-on tool that integrates multiple logins. Just a short, quick answer. You don't have to write an essay on these. As long as we get the feeling that you understood the material, you're going to get full marks. Now, once we're done with our response, up here at the top right, there's a blue share button. Right next to it is a turn in button. Now on these documents, the way that you want to turn it in is to click on the turn in button and it will take you to a confirmation page. Hit turn in again. And now my assignment that I just did has been sent off to whoever is running this particular choice board, meaning that they've just gotten a notification that a new assignment has been uploaded. And when they get time, they'll get to it and give you feedback. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to talk to you.